What is up, everyone? Welcome back. We are going to do a PM edition tonight. You'll notice a little bit of flutter going on right here. I've got the overhead fan going on. It's kind of weird. It's really cool outside, but I'm upstairs in my bonus room, and it's pretty darn warm up here. It's all that heat rising up. But anyway, that's my problem, not your guys' problem. Your problem is that we've got envelopes to open, so you're going to spend some time today with me, and we're going to see what we got. Got some really cool stuff, I think, that's coming out today. One of them, truth be told, this one here, I had to open it up. You'll see why. I've got that one at the back for a very specific reason. I'll show that one to everyone last, and that's going to be the last one that we open up. But we've got a total of 4 returns to open. We got 1 yesterday, 3 today, so 4 altogether. So we're going to go ahead and get these open up, see what kind of goodies we get. So that I don't ruin the surprise, I'm going to go ahead and take that bonus one out of there, or not bonus, but that really cool one out of there. And what we're going to do, let's start off today. Let's go to the Great White North. Let's go up to Canada, where we know we're getting a hockey return. It's just a matter of what is this that's coming back. So let's see what we're getting. All right, nice. Bobby Bonn. Maple Leaf legend. Bobby Bonn. Let's do it this way. Beautiful, beautiful old school autograph there. A nice 4 of 4. So what we got here is the Parkhurst 0607. We've got 2 of the Parkhurst retro sets from the 90s. And then we actually do have a nice vintage here. The 72, 73 Topps card there. I've really grown to like this set here. I've got, I don't know, maybe a dozen cards or so signed out of it. And I've got this feeling that I'm going to keep on doing that. And I just now realized that with the overhead lighting, that really bad glare there. So it's going to be one of those videos here. But I wanted to go ahead and get this opened up today because of that last item there. I really wanted to go ahead and get that shown. But start things off here. You can see we've got a nice 4-4 return here from Mr. Bobby Bonn. Wasn't out for all that long, less than a month or so, which the turnaround now coming back from Canada, that's not bad at all. All right, on to return number 2, Buffalo, New York. I got a couple of things that are out in that northern New York area, so let's see what we're getting back here. All right, so keeping with a trend of some hockey here. More old school hockey, Fred Stanfield, old Bruin, Chicago Blackhawk, and early Buffalo Sabre there. Got a nice 4-4 return, and let's see here. There's not going to be a good way. I'm sorry, guys. Anytime I do these PMs, I have not figured out the best way to handle the lighting here. So let's see what happens if I do that. That's better. At least so we can see. So we've got the 2 original 6 91 Ultimates. They were Fred Stanfield. There's another one of those Parkhurst retros, which by now you've seen that we really have been working on quite a bit of the set there. There's the Bob Bonn and then the Fred Stanfield. And then an old school Topps card, Topps 77, 78. So a nice 4-4 return back. And that one came back really fast. No more than probably a couple of weeks or so. Okay, return number 3, Portland, Oregon. I think I know which one this one is. This is kind of thick here. So this is one of them that came in today that I really didn't even look to see what it was. And this didn't show up on my informed delivery. So this one was a bonus one. So I'm not quite sure. All right, cool. So yeah, this is the one I thought I would be getting back. Mike Devaney, New York Mets guy. Went ahead and sent out kind of like one of each of his cards that he had. A friend of mine actually gave me the heads up on this, and let me see them. Yeah, that helps a little bit here. friend of mine actually doesn't do a whole lot of TTMs, but he had written to him because he wanted to get a bunch of his stuff done, and had actually shown me that he had the return. Was nice enough to send me the address, and I got it. So Crazy Pete, and some of you watching know exactly who I'm talking about. Crazy Pete, much thanks to you, and I'll make sure to let you know that I did get Mike Devaney back. One of the cool things too that also happened, and I'll just kind of focus in on this one here. So a couple months back, on one of my boards that I'm on, a guy's working on this Topps Heritage set, and he was down to actually needing something like 5 cards to finish the set, and this happened to be one of them. So I hit the guy up and I was like, hey man, do you still need Mike Devaney? He goes, oh yeah, absolutely I do. Do you have one? I'm like, I don't, but a friend of mine just had gotten him back through the mail. Here's an address if you want to try him TTM. So he did. And a couple weeks later, I checked in and I was like, hey man, did you have any luck with him? He goes, yeah, actually, I just got him back. So, he's now one step closer on his set. So that's awesome, to be able to help out in a case like that. And I took a look. I had gotten him, because Mike had a couple of different Mets minor league cards, and I did have him on some stuff, so I don't know if I had acquired it in a deal or what, but that particular Binghamton card, I did not have him on yet. So I was stoked to be able to get that one there. One more for another team set. So a nice 5 of 5 return, and these were out for probably, I would say maybe 6 weeks or so. Solid return. So those are all great returns, but nothing quite is going to match what this is here. So any of you that are old enough, when you take a look at this right here, and don't try to read what's on there, but just when you see that, what do you think of when you see it? When this showed up on my informed delivery today, I didn't even have to look at what any of this was written around here. I automatically know. And if you take a look, that is Freddy Kruger's glove. So that says Robert Englund, the man who is Freddy Kruger. Full disclosure, I did open it up already. I didn't want to ruin this because this is so cool with his own stamp that he puts on there. Obviously, this is all my information. I didn't want to do like I do with this here and black all that out, because I'm actually going to keep this as it is because this is so cool. So I sent a letter and I sent an index card asking if he could sign one for me. And he did not sign the index card, but I did get back a thing here of his little flyer here, robertenglund.com, color photos of Freddy Kruger, Willie the Good Alien from V, and I'll tell you a quick little story about that because I did mention it. He was in Charmed, Simpsons, and more, vintage posters, birthday cards, autographed and dedicated to you, authentically signed, including a cool proprietary COA sticker, sign my stuff, your collection autographed for a small fee, plus postage. So cool stuff. Robert Englund, like I've seen people that have gotten stuff signed back by him, and he does an awesome job. He really cares about the quality of the autograph, the placement of it, the colors, all that stuff. So he's not one of these guys that just kind of signs stuff and is like, hey, whatever, you paid me, but I'm going to sign it however I want. No, he cares. He truly does care about it. If you're wanting to send to him, and you're paying the fee to get your item signed, he will do what he can to sign it correctly, exactly how you want. But what he did do for me is I got a postcard in addition. He did not send back my index card, but bam! Got myself a nice little signed postcard here, Robert Englund. And looking at that, that is live ink that's on there. The way that all sets up, that is the way it looks. That, as far as I can tell, that's all live ink because it does have some pooling on there. So this is pretty badass right here. So I had mentioned in my letter that obviously, like everybody else, knew him as Freddy Kruger and grew up with that. but I also remembered him as Willie, the alien from V. I loved V as a kid. That was like one of my favorite TV shows there. And I talked about a little story about when an episode came on, and I was out with my mom at a mall, and V for that Friday night had come on, and I literally made my mom stay in the mall so that I could stand outside of an electronics store and watch the entire episode of V. I would not leave the mall until that episode was over. So she basically just kind of hung out in the mall, and we're talking like, I think like the mall closed at 9 maybe, and V was on from like 8 to 9. It was like one of those things where it was the last hour that the mall was open on a Friday night, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I am watching this episode. So that's one of those things that always stood out, and I mentioned that to him in the letter. So I don't know if he sends this out to everybody that requests or not, but I'm stoked that I got this back. So really, really awesome. And that came back pretty quick. It showed up in probably 2-3 weeks maybe. So I will put his website, and it looks like it is, well, you can hit him up on Facebook or Twitter, it looks like, and also robertenglund.com. I'll put that in the title description for this video here, just if anybody wants to take a closer look at the site. All right, so let's recap on the day here. So we got our fantastic Robert Englund autograph back in the mail. We got a great 5 of 5 return back from Mike Devaney, former New York Met. We got a sweet 4 of 4 return back from NHL legend Fred Stanfield. And then we also got, there we go. And then we got our nice 4 of 4 return back from Maple Leaf legend Bobby Bonn. So all in all, on the day here, we were looking at 14 graphs. So not too bad. Good way to start out the week here. We're at Tuesday. So good stuff there. From what I've seen, a couple of guys that I had written to a while back, it looks like they are finally circling back around to some of their mail. So fingers crossed, a couple of people that I've been waiting on for quite some time, I should be getting back here pretty soon. And over the weekend, I sent out 13 TTMs. So while I was watching hockey and basketball and baseball and just kind of soaking in sports, I was cranking out some TTM letters. So hopefully we'll get some cool stuff that'll come back from there. And I'm getting ready. I've got some more pops that I'm going to be sending out. So hopefully we'll get some prompt returns back on that. But for today, this is it. So appreciate everybody for watching. Please excuse the lighting issues that we have here. I try to do the daytime videos just because the lighting is so much better, obviously. But knowing that was coming, I just couldn't wait on that because that's so hella cool there. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit me up if you got any questions. I will try to answer anything that I can for you. And have fun out there. Make sure you're staying safe. And until next time, hope your mailboxes are staying full of ink. See ya.